This is my I wish a Karen would. This is a doozy. Today's Karen is a white male in a very affluent San Francisco neighborhood. And he decides to confront a delivery man. A delivery man who was delivering while black, yes, committed no criminal act whatsoever. And yes, he cursed out this Karen. I would have cussed out the Karen. I don't curse, I cuss. And this Karen was so, I want you to see the hand movement. This Karen was so like nervous, it seemed, that his hand was shaking when he was trying to grab the phone. I'm gonna let you watch the video and we'll talk about it. Here it is.
What the do you want?
I want identification. Who are you?
Who the are you? Why do you think that I have to answer your questions? Why do you think that I have to answer your questions, dude?
So who are you with?
It's none of your business. It's none of your business. Get out of my way.
Who are those addresses?
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Get out of my face. Every time I come around here, like you make my job harder.
I love how the video starts with the delivery man saying, what do you want? Yes, that is the right question, right? You're standing in front of me, I'm doing my job. And then the delivery man says something quite telling about this particular community. And I've done some research on this community, and it does happen frequently. Individuals are targeted because of their race. Here's the other part of the video.
You really gonna do this? What's your name? Let's see some identification. What's your name? What's your address? Pull it out, come on. You live right there, right? Let's go over there and see what your address is. Since you got something to say about it, right? That's what you wanna do? You wanna ask for identification?
You're the one in the neighborhood here.
Yeah, that's right. So what? It's a free country, ain't it? You did this. Don't start shaking and crying. What's your name? What's your name, buddy?
John.
John what?
That's all you get.
John what? John what? You come over here asking for identification? John what? I don't give a you and your missing packages. You think I'm crying over that? John what? You want to ask for identification? Where's your identification?
Now remember, at this point, Karen has threatened to call 911 on the delivery man simply for being black and delivering packages in his community, as he would proclaim. Now, there's something called the Karen Act. The Karen Act was passed in 2020, which makes it against the law to call the police on somebody because of their race, basically. Here's the delivery man mentioning the Karen Act.
No, that's good. I'll one up that. Good, go look for a police officer, you pilot. Don't think I don't know why you came over here and stopped me. Cause you think I belong in another neighborhood, right? Yourself. You are why people get killed and end up on the news, you pilot. You're the reason why. When I first came on this street, he hollered at me from that window right there. He asked me what I'm doing. I told him none of his business, and he came down here and wanted to talk to me. So now we're gonna talk. Bit off more than you can chew, didn't you? Good for you. You heard about the Karen Act, right? So good luck with that. Who's really breaking the law? Okay. Good thing you did this, huh? Good thing this is how you woke up in the morning and decided what to do. This is what you decided to do with your day.
And I guarantee you, this John, who is the Karen for today, he will say, oh my gosh, I am not a racist person. Oh, I cannot believe you would think I'm racist. We've had some things missing, and I just wanted to make sure you're not the person stealing it. That has nothing to do with racism. That's what's happening across this entire country. Thankfully, this delivery man had the foresight to simply record it. Once again, the unsung hero is the smartphone, revealing racist individuals in communities where you would think a person has somewhat arrived at the conclusion that being black does not mean out of place. Adrienne?
Yep, and you're absolutely right about it. The fact that this man likely says, I don't have a racist bone in my body. This is racism 101. This is a perfect example. What that person is doing is something that happens to us every day, all the time, policing black bodies. White people often feel that they have every right to demand that we explain ourselves when we are in certain environments. I can't tell you the number of times I've gone out on a jog or running when I lived in the Beverly Hills area and had people stare at me and thinking, why are you here? Who are you? What I want to know where you are. It's just, it shows you that people have this deep, profound sense of racism in their thought, in their mindset that black people don't belong in certain areas or that they must be up to no good and thus they should be regulated. To have that audacity, or as they call it, the caucasity, to confront someone you don't know and say, who are you? I want to see your ID. That is a whole different level of just disgusting sickness that is rooted in the ism. And I'm glad this man was called out for it.
Yeah, I'm glad it was called out as well. And if you really analyze where this comes from, where the psychology comes from, this is what we call, obviously, implicit bias, where you have an individual who may have done some overt things in order to show that he's not biased. Like this John character may do things to express that he's actually not racist. He may talk the code, he may talk the language, he may talk the language of diversity. But when it comes down to it, his racism is so implicit and it is so innate inside of him that once he's caught in the middle of it, he really doesn't know how to navigate out, because he didn't know that he was going there until he went there, because he is in fact implicitly or unconsciously biased. Now, hopefully videos like this will help expose and reveal the reality of the psychosis that exists in individuals who are racist. And I would dare argue that people who are racist overtly are not as dangerous as people who are racist on the inside. And here's why. You are in positions, typically when you have the inward racism, you are given positions where you are in charge of diverse people. If you are overtly racist, you are typically not in those positions. But the result is the same. However, you as an inward racist person have authority over so many, and your actions create unequal outcomes on a regular basis because you have failed to check your implicit bias.
Yep, I absolutely agree. I have said it many a times that I prefer people who are overtly racist than those who are covert or unwilling to really recognize or even try to unearth their unconscious bias. Because the fact is, someone who lets me know where I stand, why wouldn't I want that? As opposed to someone who says, oh no, I don't see color.
Yeah, here's the thing, Adrienne, I like my racists in hoods, you know what I mean? Please put the hood on so I know exactly who you are.
Yep,
okay?
Put the hood on, but stay out of the hood, thank you.
Oh, they're not coming to the hood anyway. They come on now, you know better than that.